Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Introduce us from group 6. We will explain the material about temperature and heat. Before that, let us introduce ourselves first. My name is Risnawati Hutapea, NPM 2213022079, and my friend.
I'm Ririn Elisa, NPM 2213022095.
I'm Mutia Aziza, NPM 2213022069.
And I, Melda Adinda Putri, NPM 2213022072.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Risnawati Hutapea, NPM 2213022079. I will explain meaning of heat, effect, change of state of matter. Heat is heat energy that moves from an object with a higher temperature to an object with a lower temperature. In international units, heat is expressed in joules. Other units are expressed in or calories. Heat can also be understood as heat energy possessed by certain substances, and to measure it must use a temperature measuring device. The effect of heat on an object is to change the temperature. Besides that, heat can also change the state of matters. The first, change in the form of object melting. Melting is the change of state from a solid to a liquid. There are many examples of change in the form of melting object that we can see around us. For example, when you eat ice cream on a hot day, the ice cream will melt. 2. Change in the form of frozen object. A change in the state of a frozen object is a change that occurs in a liquid. For example, let's try putting ice cream that is starting to melt into the freezer. In a certain time, the melted ice cream will freeze again and become solid. 3. Change of object sublime. Sublimation is a change in the state of a solid to a gas. It is affected by cold temperature. An example is camphor, which gradually shrinks and runs out. This slime doesn't disappear, but instead becomes gas without melting. 4. Change in the form of evaporative. Object evaporative is the change of state from a liquid to a gas. We can see example of evaporation in our bodies when our skin sweats. Sweat evaporated and cools our bodies. 5. Condensation of object. Condensation is the change of state from a gas to a liquid. Example of change in the form of condensate object can be found in plants such as flowers and grass in the morning. 6. Change in the form of crystallized object. A change in the state of crystallized object is a change in the state of a liquid to a solid. What changes are the molecules in the liquid. An example of a change in the shape of crystallized object around us is honey If we pay attention around the mouth of a honey bottle or container, there will be sugar grains. The sugar granules are examples of sugar molecules that crystallize from inside honey. Next, types of heat transfer are heat. The first, heat transfer by convection. Convection is the transfer of heat or heat that occurs in flowing substances or fluids, such as liquid and gas. And next, two, heat transfer by conduction. That heat transfer that occurs in the stainless spoon used when stirring hot tea is called conduction. Heat transfer by conduction is not accompanied by particles of matter because they only vibrate in place. 3. Radiation is transfer. Radiation is the transfer of heat in the form of electromagnetic waves. In radiation, heat or heat is transferred without the need for an intermediate object. The rate of heat propagation in radiation is influenced by the nature of the object, the surface temperature of the object, and the duration of radiation.
So many explanation videos from us. Thank you.
Good